Good evening and welcome to News 20 at 5. I'm Aaliyah Wilkerson.
And I'm Shay Simon. Let's jump right in. The search warrant demanding communications from Apple pertaining Tallahassee Commissioner Scott Maddox has been removed from the record site of the North District of Florida. The case against former Tallahassee mayor has been laid out for quite some time now. The updated FBI search warrant lays out a case for bribery and mail fraud against Scott Maddox and Commissioner Paige Carter Smith. This could mark the end of a more than 2-year investigation.
Speaking of Commissioner Maddox, other city commissioners say that Maddox should consider stepping down from his position. The 21-page warrant lays out an elaborate pay-to-play scheme where Maddox allegedly received tens of thousands of dollars in payments from clients seeking to do business with the city through his business associate, Paige Carter Smith. The Tallahassee Democrat reported Commissioner Nancy Miller talked about how this isn't a good look for Paige or Maddox, and it's not a good look for the city as a whole. According to a 2015 study by the National Institute on Drug Abuse, CBD has anti-seizure effects, which helps with anxiety and can be used to treat substance abuse disorders. Our own Ashley Jackson took a deeper look into Tallahassee's first CBD dispensary.
Available in Tallahassee, customers can now find CBD, short for cannabidiol,
is that it can be taken in multiple different ways.
in many different forms, one being a small tincture containing 10 milliliters and 600 milligrams of CBD. Cannabidiol is one of at least 113 active cannabinoids identified in cannabis. Owner of Natural Life, Gabriel Suarez, has a brother with juvenile arthritis and watched his parents travel to different states just to get him treatment. After discovering CBD, his brother has had the best relief he's ever had.
And my brother started finding CBD products down there and taking them. Just 0 THC, very similar to the hemp products that we're selling here, and found the most relief he's ever had.
Natural Life held their grand opening this Saturday on West Pensacola Street. Tallahassee resident Rebecca Watson was the second customer to purchase from Natural Life. She said that Natural Life is great because the products help with anxiety, sleeping, depression, and it's better than taking pills.
This just makes you feel more relaxed. It doesn't make you feel drugged up. And when you tend to smoke THC or, marijuana, it can make you just, kind of feel out of it a little bit.
The challenge with CBD currently is that there isn't access to it, and a lot of people have to buy it either online or through outside sources. Natural Life sales representative Alex Petrick says that those days are now gone.
Now it's actually accessible to the community. It's here that you can learn about it if you don't know what it is, and you can also try it to see if it helps with any of the debilitating illnesses that you have.
Instead of having a prescription and going through a long waiting period when it comes to access to medical marijuana, patients now can buy CBD products over the counter, which includes pretzels and cookies. Officials say that stores like this one will bring jobs and income to the city of Tallahassee. For News 20 at 5, I'm Ashley Jackson.
The store is located on West Pensacola Street and will be open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. You can get in contact with the store at 850-900-5182. By the way, that was filmed with an iPhone 7 Plus. We'd also want to make a correction of the title of Paige Carter Smith. She serves as the Director of Downtown Authority. The Tallahassee Police Department is currently investigating a shooting that occurred at Seminole Grand Apartment Complex on Tharp Street. Multi-skilled journalist Aaliyah Davis has more on the story. Aaliyah?
Yes, Aaliyah. Tallahassee Police Department says the shooting happened around 7:42 p.m. Monday night, and the victim has been taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Officials say they're interviewing all witnesses and are continuing to process the scene. Investigators are asking anyone with information about this case to please call 850-891-4200 or Crime Stoppers at 850-574-TIPS. Live in the studio, I'm Aaliyah Davis, News 20.
Police say 2 carloads of people were suspected of driving through the Griffin Heights area, shooting at each other's vehicles yesterday. According to Tallahassee police, reports of gunfire in the Dade Street area were called in around 11:40 a.m. by people working on the side of the road. Arriving officers were unable to find evidence of the shooting or establish the identities of the individuals in the cars. No injuries have been reported as of now, and we will keep you updated as the story progresses. Well, there's a new community garden on the campus of Florida A&M University. Multi-skilled journalist Kayla Lawson has more on the story.
Florida A&M University students are here getting down and dirty in FAMU's new urban garden, The Seed. The Seed is an acronym for Sustainability, Education, and Engagement Destination. Campus and Community Coordinator for FAMU's Sustainability Institute, Bakari McClendon, oversees the garden and is happy to see members of the community working together to solve food security issues.
The purpose of The Seed is to institutionalize and support sustainability issues on campus and to address those issues in a way that it cuts across disciplines. It's campus and community working together. It's students and faculty working together. It is all hands on deck and really looking at how can we address the issues plaguing our environment and our society.
The garden is mostly ran by the Sustainability Institute, but FAMU's new org, the Green Coalition, is helping to provide the manpower. President of the Green Coalition and third-year agronomy student Halima Wynn believes that volunteering in the urban garden is not only good for our community's health and food production, but is also a calming hobby.
It's building a connection between where you the earth and your food, because the food comes from the earth. And also it's a really good, just relaxing, therapeutic sort of thing to do.
McClendon also added that he is thankful for University President Robinson's support of The Seed, which is helping to create exceptional student experiences that engage in research and problem solving for real-world situations. All right, and that's going to do it for me and Layla here at The Seed. I'm Kayla Lawson in Tallahassee for News 20 at 5.
The Seed is welcoming volunteers on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Students can follow the Green Coalition on iStrike for more information. Billions of dollars were lost after the Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped by nearly 1,200 points. The massive drop has erased all of its gain for 2018. This drop marks the biggest one-day decline since 2011. President Trump, who has taken sole credit for rising stock markets, addressed Americans on Twitter and said today, when good news is reported, the stock market goes down, big mistake. However, he was unclear as to why stock markets plummeted to begin with.
Dean Deanna Ziegler now has 2 hats, interim dean at FAMU and chair for the Florida Commission on the Status of Women. I was at the ceremony last night when she was sworn in.
Congratulations, Professor Lady Z.
Deanna Ziegler was installed as chair of the Florida Commission on the Status of Women. The community gathered at the Capitol building to celebrate FAMU School of Journalism and Graphic Communications interim dean. Justice of the Supreme Court Peggy Quince also attended the ceremony.
It's a real pleasure to be here to honor Dean Ziegler. I've known her for a number of years, and I think she is going to make a wonderful chair of the Commission on the Status of Women.
Ziegler was elected and will serve a 4-year term.
I'm interested in economic issues. I'm also interested in financial literacy, because some people live from paycheck to paycheck regardless of how much money they make. So that's going to be important.
It was a night of celebration for others as well. All of the officers for 2018 were installed by Judge Richardson during the ceremony. The Florida Commission on the Status of Women is a nonpartisan group that focuses on communication and collaboration. Their goal is to raise awareness and celebrate women and girls in the state of Florida. The new officers had their first meeting yesterday, and today they are hosting a Women's Legislative Education Summit. Now here's a Black history fact about Tallahassee that some may not know. The city's bus terminal is named after civil rights leader Reverend Charles Kinsey Steele. Steele was a prominent figure during Tallahassee's civil rights movement, and in 1956, Steele and FAMU students boycotted segregation within the bus system. During this protest, Steele organized a carpool service that would provide transportation for African Americans during the protest. A statue and plaque commemorates Steele's hard work and reminds us of the long fight for equality and fair treatment for all. Welcome back and thank you for sticking with us. I'm Shay Simon.
And I'm Aaliyah Wilkerson.
We have breaking news out of Lantana, Florida, with a deputy-involved shooting. West Palm Beach police report that a man is dead after being shot by a sheriff's deputy. The shooting occurred on I-95 and northbound lanes will be closed from Lantana Road to 6th Avenue for the remainder of the day. We will keep you updated on this story.
On Tuesday, President Trump said that he supports a government shutdown if Democrats won't agree to tighten immigration laws. This comment was made by the president during a White House meeting on the violent MS-13 gang. He said, if we don't change it, let's shut it down. The government will run out of funding on Thursday if the Democrats cannot strike a deal. Several Republican aides fear that the president's comments will cause things to fall apart. The last government shutdown was only 2 weeks ago.
Over 4 million people in the city of Cape Town may die if rainfall does not come before April. Cape Town has been experiencing extreme droughts for years, and now their water supply is almost completely gone. People are not sure where new water will come from. Citizens are praying for rainfall before the reservoir dries up in April. If it does not, the natives are unsure if their city has a chance at survival. At least 6 people have died and hundreds were injured in an earthquake that shook Taiwan's east coast. The earthquake struck a total of 13 miles off the city late Tuesday night at a magnitude of 6.4. The quake also damaged bridges and buckled roads on the east of the island. Taiwan rescue workers are hard at work to help find the victims and recover the bodies of citizens who may be engulfed in the debris. SpaceX founder Elon Musk has successfully launched its first rocket, Falcon Heavy, into space. The Falcon was created to send satellites and payloads into space. The aircraft is already signed up to carry telecommunication satellites. Falcon Heavy is the most powerful rocket, and according to SpaceX, Falcon Heavy will be able to send humans to Mars.
Good evening and welcome to eLive. I'm Kayla Lawson. Music producer and rapper Jermaine Dupri will be inducted into the 2018 Songwriters Hall of Fame. Dupri has some of the biggest hits from the 90s and early 2000s while managing group acts like Escape, Jagged Edge, and Crisscross. Dupri's track record doesn't stop there, as he has written for industry icons like Mariah Carey, Usher, and Janet Jackson. The 45-year-old will be the second hip-hop artist added to the Hall of Fame next to Jay-Z. Dupri will be honored along with others on June 14th.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Michaela Sherman here with your weather report. Thursday, our high will be 66 with a low of 48. Friday, our high will be 68 with a low of 57 and expect some rain that day. Saturday, we'll have some thunderstorms with a high of 76 and a low of 63. Sunday will also be rainy with a high of 73 and a low of 62. And Monday, of course, it will be raining with a high of 73 and a low of 62.
Welcome back. I'm Brandon Jones here with your sports. The opening ceremony for the 2018 Winter Olympics is set to take place this Friday in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Teams from across the world will compete in sports such as bobsledding, luging, alpine skiing, and speed skating, just to name a few. But that's all I have for the sports today. I'm Brandon Jones. We'll be right back after the break.
Thank you for tuning in. That's going to do it for us at the desk. For Michaela and Brandon, I'm Shay Simon.
And I'm Aaliyah Wilkerson. Thanks for watching, and remember to also follow us at FAMUTVnews.com for more news updates. Have a great evening.